Hey, in this video, I want to go through the biggest mistake that I often find when running Google and YouTube advertising for estate agents. So here we go. Let me just bring you closer to this um, screenshot. So what we've got here, obviously, this is the little brief overview. So how to avoid the common mistakes. This is the biggest one that I come across. Basically, when we're driving people from PPC campaign. So when people are ideally clicking on, obviously, or looking for a estate agent near me, certain keywords that indicate that they want to buy a house or sell a house in our case. Okay, so they go to Google, approximately 40,500 searches a month. That's pretty much well established. That's up and down, aggregated, depending on time of month and auction time. So what we're doing is we're basically showing up at the top of Google. Now, so this is a common mistake that I find when people usually run Google ads. They'll go straight to the ad as opposed to having a plan. So we have to go in and basically fix it, which costs money. So what I want to try and do here is hopefully, if you're running Google ads in house and you're frustrated, then you might want to look at this as a bit of a fix, really, and it's worth its weight in gold, I tell you. So what we're doing is we're showing ads. You only pay if someone clicks on the ad at the top of Google. If they do click, of course, and when someone clicks, what happens is these websites are optimized because these are heavy hitters in terms of that. But typical estate agent, when I do reviews, they'll basically be driving people to a website with what is commonly known as a hamburger nav. Basically, it's your website on a mobile usually has the nav or the buttons for the consumer / client to click on will become lines. And what usually happens is people are driving, say someone clicks on the Booming ad here. Now, not suggesting Booming or Purple Bricks or eMove do this because these are really well optimized. These spend a small fortune, relatively small fortune on digital because they're digital first. So what happens typically, so for instance, it was youragency.co.uk, you would drive them through to your homepage or a website that's maybe got a valuation request page on there. But if it's built within your website, chances are you've probably got the nav on it as well, because it's the nav that kills conversion. Because what usually happens is people will instinctively land on the page, and then if there's other options, it's human nature. So it's no one's fault. This is just the way human behavior works. If you give people options, they will take every option. It's like going into a restaurant with a menu as long as your arm and your wrist and your legs and your neck and everything else. You're like, God, I don't know what to choose. There's so much good stuff. Well, what's happening here is people are clicking on. So you've driven them through to a valuation request page. If you show them a nav, they're going to click on the nav. They're going to go to the property search page. They're going to go to the team page. They're going to go to the contact us page. And they're going to go to every other page apart from filling in the stuff that you want. Okay. Which is a big waste of money. And not just the money is a big important thing. It's the frustration and the fact that you'll go and blame Google ads doesn't work. Let me refresh your memory. At the point of when someone's doing a Google search, they've got a problem. Okay. And when they're here, Google's almost done its job. Well, Google has done its job. It's introduced you. Our job, or your job, if you're running this in-house, is to get that click. Okay. If you then drive them through to a landing page that gives them, and this isn't, like I said, it's not your fault. It's a web developer's fault usually, because they'll be like, we don't know agency. We do websites for every industry, e-commerce and industry and manufacturing. That's what works for them. In a estate agency, it's very, because of the buying and selling process and the time it takes, it's very, very long-winded, and you'll often fall into this trap. So do not fall into this trap. You want a landing page that's got a clear call to action with preferably a telephone number on, or telephone numbers, depending on how many branches you've got or how many services you want to provide. Drive them to a single page that you can track back to Google Ads, and only use that within the Google Ads marketing platform. Okay, so don't have all this going off to 6 pages and stuff, because it'll cost you a fair bit of cash and time and stress, and you'll blame Google. Any questions on this, guys and girls? Drop in a question below, and I'll be here to help. Take it easy.